Come on. There we go. Golly. Catching it on the replay. Go ahead and fast forward a couple minutes. And we'll get after it. Having technical difficulties here. Technical difficulties. We'll wait a couple minutes, let some people get in here. And we'll start it. We'll start it up here. Chris the Trucker, what's going on, man? Having technical difficulties, man. Technical difficulties with all this. Okay. I had it all set up to where I could put something up on the screen, but I don't know what's going on with it, man. I don't know what's going on with it. Ryder, what's going on? Johnny Price, what's up? I don't know, man. It's all kinds of technical difficulties going on. So, but we're here. We're here. Let's talk about it. Good segment for Saturday, bro. Yeah, JP came up with it. Actually, I can't take none of the credit. I can't take none of the credit. I gotta give it to JP, man. JP copyrighted that one. Twister Music, appreciate you. Lozano Kissling. I probably just murdered that name. Doing good, doing well. Yeah, man. Local guys, we get a little bit of off time, you know. If you're talking about your thumbnail, it showed up. Oh, did it show up? Yeah, a lot of times it doesn't, man. So, but I had a program I was trying to get with Guilty earlier, actually, and figure out how I could take like a website and put it up on the screen. I figured it out. I tested it. Everything worked. But then when I came back to do it, I don't know. It just everything went to hell. So we'll make something happen either way, you know. But what I was doing a little research. I gave this all to Dirty Broke, man. Dirty Broke. He came up with the subject actually, and he came up with it. So I said, man, I'll do a little research and we'll see what we can make happen. You know what I mean? So we're gonna talk about divorce rates in trucking, right? Successful marriages and truckers being in a divorce situation, correct? The research that I did, man, it is actually, the numbers are stunning. You know, long haul guys usually have around 40%, about 40% divorce rate. That's a high divorce rate. The other stuff that I looked up that I was looking at that I was gonna have popped up on the screen was different industries, different industries within the transportation space. Anywhere from people that work in the office to people that drive the truck. Brooklyn, I appreciate you coming in here. By the way, Dirty Broke. Okay, so are you saying you're Dirty Broke, or anyway? It doesn't matter. Both y'all, you know. But some of the stuff I found, man, some of the numbers are stunning. They are. Like I said, I had it to where I could pop it up on the screen, but that ain't working. So we'll improvise. We'll improvise a little. I had to look it up on here. I had to read it to y'all now. But I know the number that I did see, it was 40%, 40.5% of long haul drivers end up in divorce. That's a pretty high number, man. Now, if you take that and you compare that to different parts of the industry, like Dirty Broke, I appreciate you, man. If you take that and you compare that to like dispatchers and brokers and other parts of the trucking industry, by far, the drivers are hit by the most the highest divorce rate, right? Um, of course, being a dispatcher or working in the office space and trucking, um, obviously they get home more. Now, when you look at the number between OTR guys and you look at the number between local guys, that number that number in between is staggering. Okay, like I said, OTR guys are right around 40%. Okay, and it's kind of hard, man. To be honest, I was looking some of this stuff up, and it's hard to find numbers on this subject online because no number is the same between this website and that website and this website. Um, but the numbers I did find, once you get over to the local trucker space between OTR space, is astronomical. Okay, there's OTR is at 40.5%. Um, you heard a lot about this, JP. Um, OTR is right around 40.5%. Now, when you get down to the local divorce rate, it's right around 25%. So it's a pretty big jump, right? Um, I found a couple articles. Guilty, what's going on, man? I don't know. I tried it out, man. It worked earlier, and now it's not working. I don't know what's going on with it. You got to be strong-minded and survive OTR. Exactly, 100%. It's a lot easier for a local guy to be able to see his family and see his wife and what have you, and uh, be able to go to school functions and take their kids to practices and take their sons and daughters to elementary dances and stuff like it. Um, I can see where it could be a detriment to a long haul trucker's life, right? Um, it's hard being OTR and married with no communication. You got to keep communication with your spouse. Oh yeah, you always got to keep communication, man. 100%. When you stop hearing and they don't respond to you back right away, man, you get thinking in your head, of course you're gonna go right to the worst thing, right? But then that goes along with what we was talking about last week, man, is having a strong woman behind you, right? Um, if the relationship is good from the start, nothing or no distance can stop it or end it. Yeah, exactly. I agree with it. I agree with that. Um, I agree with that 100%. Um, but just the percentage between an OTR guy and a local guy is damn near 25%. You know what I mean? Um, it can definitely be a detriment, but like I said, you have to have that strong woman behind you to begin with. If you don't have a strong woman behind you to begin with, it more than likely ain't gonna work no matter what career you're doing. No matter if you're a IT engineer or if you're a trucker or if you're installing the windows in a house. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't good from the get go, more than likely it's not going to be good. Period. Right? Um, keeping the lines of communication open. Not hiding stuff, not lying. I mean, this is all stuff that we go back to talking about being a man, right? Um, you got to have a strong woman behind you. Uh, I know my wife. There's been times, man, where uh, I was staying out longer, like that, and you can see, man, like the beginning of the week we would talk a lot, and then further down in the week we wouldn't talk as much. But I still didn't have nothing to worry about, man. I know I got a strong woman behind me. Um, I never been the guy to be jealous. I never been the guy to be controlling. You know what I mean? That's just not me, man. That's not me. Uh, One, the relationship was on the rocks anyway. Two, unfaithfulness and lack of self control. Three, insecure and partner proven mistrust. 100%. 100%. Great example, man. Ryder, man. Ryder, he's an OTR guy. Likes to get home and see his girl, see his wife. And I know behind him, he definitely has a strong wife. There's a couple times that I've talked to her on here and stuff like that. And dirty broke, man. Brooklyn. I mean, I know you can tell just by how they talk to each other or how they communicate with others, man. You can tell they're strong women. right? You can tell they have a good head on their shoulders. Uh, I think that's one of the reasons why I never dated young girls, right? I've always dated girls that were older than me, man. I always wanted a more mature girl, man. Or a woman, let me say, a more mature woman. I've always wanted the older woman because for one, they're not controlling most of the time. Let me say, um, and they're not jealous most of the time. Um, but I mean, it doesn't matter the age range. More than likely, it all depends on what their personality is like, man. I've always attracted strong people and people that want to lead just like me. I've always been the one to reach out, and I can talk to anybody. You know what I mean? I can talk to absolutely anybody about anything. Um, you know, I can definitely see how not being home much, especially if you have a family with a couple kids, a wife and a couple kids, man. And I mean, me and Dirty talked about it, more than once. Being there when your kids are young, they need that father figure in their life. You know what I'm saying? I know my parents got divorced when I was young, but even though my father was there, at times he wasn't there, and I might have been at his house. You know what I'm saying? Um, and every young child needs that, man. Every young child needs that stability in their life. The parents may be divorced, but if they're good co-parents, um, everything will work out in the end. You have to work together at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Older women make good lovers, as the song goes. Yeah, 100%, 100%. It truly is staggering the numbers you can find up. Um, just between long haul and local. You know, I've done like a regional spot. I've done a regional spot to where I was going at multiple days at a time, right? And you can tell, man. You can tell from doing that to being local, being home basically every night, every other night. Um, the kids see you more. You get to have dinner with them. You get to my daughter's in Girl Scouts. She likes doing stuff with the Girl Scouts. I can go and I can be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? I can be a part of that. Some of the stuff I was looking up, um, police officers, right? Police officers by far have one of the highest divorce rates, right? Which I can kind of that makes sense to me at least. Um, on top of that, or number two was military guys. Being gone for months or a year at a time. Like that. I can definitely see that too. Navy SEALs, stuff like that. They're usually out a little bit longer than a regular, say, infantry guy or a just a private, right? Um, some of the people that had the lowest divorce rate, roofers, construction workers. Why? Because they get home more. I know when I was doing roofing and when I was doing construction, a lot of times when work dried up here, we had to go elsewhere. You know what I mean? We had to go elsewhere. So even though we live here in Ohio, we might have to go stay a week or two in Illinois, or if we're doing a hospital. If we're doing a hospital up in Wisconsin or something, you're not going to drive back every single day to go back. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's a 5-6 hours hike there and back. So that's 12-hour day. You know what I mean? Just in driving. So of course you stay up there, right? Um, but I can definitely see where roofers and stuff like that, they get home every day if they're doing it locally or say within 150 miles. Um, sailors about 26% divorce rate. Um, I guess it depends on what part of the industry they're in. Um, I got a buddy. I got a buddy that crab fishes, and they could be out there for a week and catch all their quota, make good ass money, right? Make super good money. They may even be out there 5, 6, 7 days. If they can get on hot fishing and boom, they find it, they're done. But on top of that, if they're not on hot fishing, they could be out there for 2 months at a time, 3 months at a time, trying to catch that quota. Um, that kind of goes along with truck drivers too, man. If you're chasing money and you're chasing dollars, especially if you own your own truck or if you're a lease operator or something like that. Let's be honest, when you're an owner op or a lease op, you're married to that truck. Yeah, you might be able to get home and stuff like that, but to make the most amount of money, you have to stay in that truck. You have to make money in that truck. So going home, it kind of negates the fact of what you're doing, right? Um, but by far, police officers, military, stuff like that, their divorce rate was up 50, 60%. Um, I mean, that's astronomical numbers. Um, but when you just look at between OTR and local guys, man, almost a 25% difference, right? Local guys get home more, they can see their family, they can have fun with their kids or discipline their kids, and it's not just one person doing it. Um, OTR guys they don't go get home as much. The nice thing about that, man, with today, man, we got these, right? Everybody's got one of these. So you can FaceTime and you can FaceTime with your kids and your wife, man. So I mean that's definitely a nice thing, man. You think about back in the day when guys couldn't do that, where they didn't even have cell phones. You had to go in the truck stop or something like that, and they had actual telephone booths. Or you went to if you went to one of the restaurants that had a table and it had a phone there, while you're eating, you can call home to the family. Um, I can just imagine, man. I can just imagine that. That's got to be hard, man. That's definitely got to be hard. Um, uh, salute to the old school. Yeah, salute to the old school truckers, man. I was brought up by an old school trucker, man. I was telling Dirty the other day when we were on the phone that the guy that trained me, he was definitely a humble soul, man. I talk to him to this day. I talk to him to this day, and he's definitely he's definitely an old school driver, man. That's for sure. But another thing he taught me was you always have to adapt. You have to adapt. If you don't, he didn't want to go over the electronic logs and stuff like that, like that. But he had to adapt. If he wanted to make money, he wanted to support his wife. His wife came down with cancer a couple years back and developed a brain tumor. And really, the sad thing about it, he told me was the only reason he was still driving was so he could carry insurance for his wife, right? Um, she has now passed away, which he hasn't been driving as much like that. But I still talk to him. You know what I mean? I still talk to him. I always told him, look, you're gonna be driving to the day you're dead, right? I always joke with him, you're gonna be driving to the day you're dead. And he said, no, no, no. Once my wife passed away, like that, and I'm done driving. But here it is, his wife passed away, and he's still driving. So that is what it is. It's in his blood, he's got to do it. Adapt and overcome. Life of the overcomer, 100%. I'm not I'm not old school. I'm just 28. Yeah, exactly. No, Dirty, you old school as hell, man. You old as hell, man. You old, bro. You old, Dirty. Another thing that comes along, man, that right, local company can pay as much of OTR, less over here. Exactly, exactly. I know a lot of local guys that are killing it, man. That are killing it. I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm broke. I'm a broke local guy. You know what I mean? But I'm broke. But yeah, people, man. I see guys every day, man. Especially like RLC said, man, the food service. You can make good money in the food service, man. If you can find that company that pays you because you're a hard worker, you know what I mean? Old and broke. Hey, I'm telling you, I am too, man. I don't know, I'm not so old, but I'm broke as hell. But some of the guys in the food service industry, man, you get paid for your work. If you're gonna be moving cases and you're gonna be running down a ramp, or if you're gonna be using a lift gate here, they will pay you for that. 100%. They will pay you for it. Um, you 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 gotta know your worth at the end of the day. You gotta know your worth. Um, like Ryder said the other day when I was watching his video, he was talking to Swift, and the subject came up where he almost actually ended up staying. Bobby Kohler, salute to you, man. He almost ended up staying with Swift. They almost talked him out of moving. And I was glad to hear him say that. the place called and it changed the decision, right? I love that, whatever he does, man, salute to him. You know what I mean? Salute to him. Um, but you can't you get in this comfort zone, right? You get in this comfort zone. We all do. I mean, hell, I was at Sopo for 11 years. You know what I mean? 11 years. I got comfortable. But after we bought the house and stuff like that, I'm like, shit, man, I got to do something, man. I got to make more money, right? I got to make more money with easier work. Is exactly what I said. I got to make more money with easier work. Because what I was doing, man, I was breaking my back. I got 2 blown out knees. I got a bad back. I got to find something easier to make the same amount of money. Those jobs are out there. You got to look for them. You're not going to find them if you don't look for them. Period. You spend a couple minutes online, man. Just read reviews of places, right? Talk to the driver. Ask them what they do, how much work they do. I mean, hell, I know a lot of us, man. If you pull up somewhere, you just observe drivers, man. Just observe them. Are they getting out fit? That's one of the big things. Of course, that goes with how the person thinks. But if you go and you see this truck, and this truck, and they're all the same company, and one guy gets out and he's 6'2", 180. The next guy gets out and he's about 6 foot, 180. Those guys are pretty fit. 2 out of the 3 drivers, they're pretty fit. Obviously they're working hard, man. They're so they probably do a little more work than the rest of us, right? I mean, let's be honest. That's my next step, local or regional. 100%. Reach out for sure. Yeah, 100%. But man, I see a lot of things, man, that leads to divorces, depression, anxiety, stuff like that. Stuff that I've dealt with, man. I can definitely see where that can happen because if you don't have a strong woman behind you, and you're trying to deal with these feelings. If you don't have that strong support system behind you, man, it's real easy to give up. It's real easy to give up. There's been times, man, to where it's like, I have all this, but what am I doing it for? Right? And of course, I got the strong woman to say, well, it's because of this. You know what I mean? But I know a lot of people don't have that support system, man. And I've told people multiple times on here, look, man, if you need to talk, man, just let me know. Whatever happens between our conversation stays between us, man. I'm not one to go out there and say, oh, this dude told me this. He's in this position. I'm not that guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that guy. I've been in that situation, man. I've had people reach out to me. So I definitely, if I can give that back to somebody else, 100%, man. I do it 100 times over. I would do it 100 times over. It all depends on, the big thing is communication, man. Being loyal. Your wife sees everything. Let's be honest. Your wife sees everything. That's what it is. Okay. There's a smart one in the family. I don't care what anybody says. I want to be in a place where I'm at without my wife, man. Let's just say she's the boss, man. I mean, she keeps me level headed, man. She keeps me level headed. Hey, man, what is your process to give out ranch? I have no. Oh, what the hell? There you go, Bobby. Got you, bro. Communication is a big thing, man. Communication is a big thing. Even though I was local or regional, whatever you want to call it, I don't care what you call it. I call it making money. That's just what I call it. Even though we may be in the truck for say 12 to 14 hours a day, I know I am, and I do an overnight every week, right? I do an overnight every week. I still make sure, even in the middle of the day, even if I didn't talk to my wife, I still send her a message, say, hey, hope you have a good day. Hope you have a good day. You know what I mean? I love you. Little things like that, man. Just in the middle of the day, man. I used to send her a poem every morning. I would send something, just off the top of the head. And man, it's little things like that mean something, right? Little things like that that mean something. Um, Especially the industry we're in, man. You know, it's a lonely it's a lonely industry, man. It is. It's a lonely industry. Um, Especially if you're OTR, man. Like I said, salute to the OTR guys, man. 100%. I don't envy them, man. I don't envy them not being able to get home and see their kids, or not being able to go to sports events and stuff like that. I don't envy them, man. I really don't. Um, like I said, when I've done a trucking job where I was out Monday through Friday. I came home on the weekends, and even doing that, man, like I couldn't go to my kids' school functions. RD, salute to you. Appreciate you coming here. I couldn't go to the school functions, stuff like that. And that's hard, man. That's hard on somebody, man. It makes you think a certain way. It makes you feel a certain way. I felt like I was less of a father, or less of a man, because I couldn't go and be with my kids at their school functions and stuff like that. I felt like a piece of shit. You know, but I changed it up, man. I changed that situation. I found a place to where I could go. I could be home nearly every day. Like I said, I do overnights, but I could be home nearly every day and every weekend. Um, you know, it, I get home before my kids get out of school, so I'm here when they get home. That's the nice thing about it. Um, you know, Local jobs aren't for everybody, man. Just like OTR isn't for everybody. Next Gen, appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. If you guys ain't subbed to Next Gen, go check him out, man. It's a good dude. Real good dude. Real good dude. The other side is OTR. Saves marriages. Some folks can't get along except for the short-term time. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I do have some statistics about successful marriages as well. But every one of those stories start with you have to have a struggle. For one, you're not going to have a successful marriage, period, unless you have a strong man and a strong woman. You're not going to, you will not have a successful marriage unless you have those two things. Those two things equal success. Um, you know, you just go to Google, man. Go to Google and type in divorce and trucking, and it'll bring up 1,000 stories about he cheated on me, or she went and cheated on me this night, or blah 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 blah. And then you go back to Google, and put successful marriages in trucking, and 9 times out of 10 it's gonna say either the guy was home more or the woman was home more. Just look at the differences. I had a whole thing where I could pull up graphs and stuff like that, but like I said, the program acted stupid and it crapped out on me. So it is what it is. We improvise. We make it happen. I agree with you 100%, Ryder. Yeah, man. Like I said, I've been with my wife. I don't know, man. Brooklyn told me don't say this because she said could figure out my wife's age, Because Brooklyn, she only 22, okay? Brooklyn's only 22, so you guys don't. I ain't gonna tell nobody else. I ain't gonna tell nobody else, Brooklyn, okay? I ain't gonna tell nobody else. But I've been with my wife for 12 years, and we've been married for 6, right? So it took her a long time to figure out if she wanted to keep me, right? It took her a long time, if she wanted to keep my ass. But she said, "Yeah, I don't know about him, I can stick it out for 6 years, and then I'll make my decision, But luckily she kept me. Luckily she kept me, man. Here we are. We got a house, well, we got a cardboard box, and we got 4 beautiful kids, and I can't tell you what else we got, man, because I'm broke. You know what I mean? I'm broke. I can't tell you what else we got, because the training stage. Yeah, the training stage. Yeah, 6-year training stage, man. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it took her a while, man. It took her a while to see if she wanted to keep me around, even though we had a bunch of kids by then and stuff like that. I mean, she said, hell, I can still kick him to the curb. Greens, yeah. See this right here? This is all I painted this, man. I painted this last night. Okay. Oh, here, y'all. Hit the Viking Paul, okay? Hit the Viking Paul. But yeah, man, I painted this last night. I painted this last night on my cardboard box. You know what I'm saying? Oh, dirty! I got I got me a motorcycle, man. You want to see my motorcycle, Dirty? Hey, not to change the subject, right? I worked local for 13 years straight. 12 for the same company, 650 miles a day in a day cab. Beat the hell out of me. Yeah, man. Hey, me too. You know, I used to do the Grand Rapids run for Sofos. Well, they called it Grand Rapids. I never went into Grand Rapids. I went around Grand Rapids and up into Muskegon and stuff like that. But yeah, I would turn around and it was like 550 one day, and then 300 back or 250 back, whatever it was. But yeah, I get it. I get it. I'm in a day cab. I go out to New York tomorrow. You know, I'll be in that truck. I'll be in a day cab for 14 hours, or well, probably about 13. Okay, I'll be in a day cab for about 13 hours, but we make it work, man. We make it work, you know. And I'll stay in a hotel tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Monday. I'll stay in a hotel, and but man, it works for us, right? It works for us. Um, Usually we don't have shit going on Monday anyway. So, Dirty Broke, man, where you at, man? You want to see my bike or not? You want to see my bike or not, man? Women want to potty train us. Hey, 100%. That's a good way of putting it. That's a good way of putting it. But yeah, man, you can definitely have successful marriages in trucking, man. If you don't have a strong woman to begin with, no matter what industry you're in, you're not gonna make it. The marriage ain't gonna work. Let's be honest. Got a pre-trip off to Laredo. Hey, appreciate you, Ryder. Hey, be safe, man. Be safe. Come on, Dirty. I'm waiting for you, man. I'm waiting, man. Where you at? You want to see my bike or not, man? I bought a motorcycle. Do you want to see it? You want to see it, man? Does anybody else want to see my motorcycle? Anybody else want to see it? It's pretty dope, man. It's blue. Got lights on it and stuff. It's got like a little trunk on the back. You want to see it, Bobby? I don't know. I don't know if you guys ain't ready for this bike, man. This is like the bike of the century, right? This is the bike of the century. Married 26 years, trucking for 26 years. There you go. Guy that made it. You know, a person that made it. All right. There you go, Bobby. I'm going to show you my bike, man. All right. I went and picked this up yesterday. Okay. I went and picked this thing up yesterday. Check this thing out. Yeah. Like that thing? See, I got the nice little stripes on it, right? I got the light. Yeah, it's a three-wheeler, man. I got a three-wheeler, man. So you got cool little lights on the back here. I got some dope shiny rims. Yeah. And look at the motor on this puppy. Look at the motor on this puppy. You see that? You see the motor on that puppy? Oh man. It'll do like 150. I promise. Yeah, it'll do like 150. I promise you it will. I promise you it will. Yeah. Hell yeah, man. Oh wait, hey, check this out. Yeah, I got a horn too. Yeah, I got a horn too. I'm telling you. No, that ain't for my son, Bobby. Stop. That ain't for my son. That's for me. That's for me, man.
No, it isn't.
That's mine.
No, it isn't.
That's mine.
No,
I got some I don't know what those are in the front, but I got some of them. And then I ain't got the real lights on. I ain't got the real blinkers on yet, so I got some stickers, right? I got some stickers. And we make it work, you know. This is what a successful marriage will get you, man. Right here, man, get you a nice ass bike, you know what I mean? I think it's like I think it's a 6-volt, man. It's a 6 volts. I'll do like 2.5 mile an hour on that son bitch. I gotta wear a helmet. I gotta wear a helmet on that thing.
No, you don't.
It's all yours if you pay for it. Hey, there you go. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. No, that's Ryder, man. Stop, man. I'm broke, dog. I'm a broke local guy, man. This is the bike I could afford. This is all I could afford, man. It's all I could afford. So, I had to make it work. You know what I mean? That's sort of successful marriage to get you right there, boy. Get you a dope ass bike, you know? Yeah. But no, I seriously, I'm gonna take it out later. Okay, I'm gonna take it out later, and I'm gonna make it happen. But yeah, man, I want to get this damn program to work so I can actually so I can actually put the shit up on the screen that I wanted to put up on the screen. But yeah, it didn't work out.
Daddy,
So what?
chip.
Yeah. So what's some of the things that y'all do? What's some of the things that you guys do to have a successful marriage? I gotta start somewhere. Hey, that's what I'm saying. I gotta start somewhere. Oh, Alex is live too. Your daughter just busted you. Oh, damn. Damn. Yeah, she did, huh? I'm gonna ride it anyway. I'm gonna ride it anyway. I gonna sit on it, think both the wheels go. The wheels will damn fall off. The wheels will fall off of that bitch. But yeah, man, the wife and I, we always communicate, man. That's the biggest thing. We always communicate. I talk about everything, no matter how small issues turn into big issues. If you can't talk to each other, 100%, man. I definitely don't disagree with that. Definitely don't disagree with that. The biggest thing is, man. No, I mean, just like you said, man. The little issues get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, man. If you don't put it out there in the beginning, it it'll turn into something that it'll definitely turn into something that it doesn't need to be. Successful, safe, warm. That's what they need, and a whole lot of love. Yeah, 100%, 100%. Um, one of the things, like I said, one of the things that I do, man, I send her little messages, man. During the middle of the day, I know she's at work, or if I'm at work, I send her little messages here and there, man. Just to let her know, I'm thinking of you. That's just me, man. That's just what I do. I would never tell anybody. Man, this is what you need to do, man. Even though the wife and I, we've had rough times, just like anybody, man. If you're not arguing, it ain't healthy, right? Not all the time, no. But if you don't argue every once in a while, man, about something, usually it's something stupid, right? Usually is, this bill or that bill or what have you, right? Um, things have to be purged from time to time. Haven't written love letters. Hey, I haven't done that. I haven't done that lately, but I need to, man. I haven't done that lately, but I need to. Um, uh, I mean, you saying that, man? I used to put like like a little sticky note on her steering wheel, right? So when she went to leave somewhere, it could say something as simple as "Hey, I love you" or "Have a great day," or it doesn't have to be a written essay. You know what I mean? It's the little things, man. It's the little things that matter. It's if you can't, I send bathroom selfies. Oh wait, I do that. Yeah, man, you do that on everything, man. You do that. Hey, you guys go check out Next Gen, man. That's a good dude. He brought up a great topic. He brought up a great topic. Um, about taking care of yourself, man, being healthy. You know what I mean? Definitely go check out his last video. After this video is over, I'll put a link in the description. If you guys don't, all you gotta do is click on his name and it'll take you to his page. But great topic, man. Great topic. Um, man, I wish I could pull these websites up on here, man. I'll read you this little thing I found, okay? I'll read you this little thing I found. And this is from smarttrucking.com. If you guys want to, I'll link it in the description. But it says, no matter what anyone tells you, truck relationships are challenging. Truckers' wives and their, of course, a little ad pops up for damn CRST. Trucker wives and their trucker husbands, or the way around, or the other way around, face a multitude of difficult issues. These issues are not truly understood by anyone who has been in a relationship with a truck driver. A trucking job is tough, one and come with many stresses. It's nothing new. Trucking has always been the way that will never change. I don't know if I completely agree with that, but Trucker Sherm, hey, salute to you, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Here are a few ideas to help trucker relationships not only survive the stresses and hardships of trucking career, but also make for a good, healthy, strong relationship that lasts a lifetime. Tip one: spend as much time together as possible. I mean, I think we can all agree with that. You know what I mean? We can all agree with that.
No, I can't.
My daughter can't agree with it, so I guess I need to start staying out longer. You know what I mean? Tip two: learn how to handle the daily stress. This is one I can. This is one I can to attest to. Okay, dealing with daily stresses, man. I've never been one to worry about bills or where I'm gonna get money for this and that, right?
Yeah. You want to be.
Your son's gonna scrap that sharp looking bike. Yeah, I know. He ain't getting it. He ain't getting it back. I took it from him. It was my bike.
No,
I told him I bullied him too. I bullied him too. I gave him the little hip check, right? I knocked him over. Anthony Bressler, hey, appreciate you, man. Keith Langfit, appreciate you coming in here. But I can attest to the daily stresses, man. I've never been one to worry about the daily bills and stuff like this. My thing was, look, if I ain't got the money to pay it, they're gonna have to wait, man. I'm gonna have to call them, blah blah blah, and set something up. Luckily, we don't have to do that much anymore. But you know, just think about what if something happens, okay? What if I mean, this happened to us over the winter, man. That really cold week. I left. We were having problems with the furnace, and whatever was going on with it, I thought I had fixed. Come the middle of the night, boom, heat shuts off. My wife calls me, says the heat shut off, blah blah blah, and I'm like, I mean, I'm 300 miles away. You're gonna have to figure it out. I can walk you through it and this and that, but you know, she didn't want to do it, but she did. And the only thing that happened was the fuse. The fuse blew, right? The little fuse that you put in the bottom of the furnace. And that was because I tried to change the old thermostat we had, and I tried to put on the new thermostat, man, to make it run better, be more efficient, stuff like that. I then, I said, look, you got to keep it running until I get home tomorrow. Gather up the kids, put them in a room, turn on the damn space heaters, man, and we'll make it happen. You know what I mean? I can't do shit until I get home. Now I could call my dad, or I could call one of my buddies come over here and try to fix it. But here it is, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. How many people are even going to answer their phone, right? I know a couple people that would, but I'm not going to bother them with it. That's just me, man. That's just me. But we made it happen. We figured it out. She went down. She changed the fuse and ran for about 5, 6 good hours. She went to work. The kids went to school. Everybody was warm, what have you. And when I got home, I left the kids wherever they were, so they were warm and safe. I came home to where it was cold, and I made it. I fixed it. You know what I mean? I fixed it. Open communication, even if you think they don't want to know about it. Yeah, 100%, 100%. Tip 3: being open and honest with your trucking spouse. That's what we were just explaining. Tip 4: your relationship with your partner must come first. I can definitely agree with that. I can definitely, or at least your kids come first, and then her, But have contact with each other every day. That goes back to sending little messages here and there. You know, I've never been one to. I've never been one to, like I said, I've never been a jealous guy. I've never been controlling. That's just not me, man. Look. A strong woman doesn't need to be controlled, man. She can handle her shit. One of my favorite movies. Yep. One of my favorite movies. Um, uh, where'd it go? Tip 6: trust is the key to successful trucker relationships. If your wife or your husband, whatever one you may be, ask you about stuff, talk about it. Talk about it. People understand when you try to sweep shit under the rug, man. Something's wrong if you're trying to hide shit, right? Um, just don't be open, man. Be open and honest, man. Don't try to lie about stuff, man. Because at the end of the day, it's not gonna end up anywhere good, man. These are all things to have a successful marriage, man. Not just in trucking, man, but for anybody in any industry, just in life in general. Um, just be honest, man. Just be honest. Don't sweep shit under the rug. Never stop working at your relationship. Number 7. Never stop working at your relationship. A lot of people lose that spark, right? A lot of people lose that spark. Man, you gotta know what gets whatever one you may be, what gets them going, right? It's kind of the tortoise and the hare, right? You gotta know what gets them excited. You're not gonna know what gets them excited unless you communicate with them. So, what gets your partner excited, man? What piques their interest? Well, when you're in a relationship, man, it's not just about you. Even though as much as we want it to be, it's not just about the one person, man. It's about what gets both of you excited, man. What can you do to make that person's day? Um, I can say it on here because I know my wife doesn't watch my channel, so she wants to go. I want to set up either for her birthday or sometime earlier because her birthday's in October. Starts getting cold. I want to set up a hot air balloon ride. She's always talked about going on a hot air balloon ride. Um, she wants to go skydiving, but she's on her own with that. I'll pay for it. You know what I mean? Look, if you want to get in a car and you want to do 150, I'm down. You know what I mean? Corey OTR, hey, salute to you. Appreciate you coming in. Um, if she wants to get in a car and go 150, 160, I'm down. I can do it. You know what I'm saying? I've done it. That's what get my juices flowing, man. Need for speed, right? She wants to take a hot air balloon ride, man. So I'm trying to set up to where I can schedule something to be a nice romantic afternoon or whatever, and we go up in a hot air balloon, man. I think that'd be cool as hell. Um, you got to know what peaks. What does that person want? What is on their bucket list that you can achieve for them? That you guys can both have fun together, man. That's what creates successful marriages. You gotta talk to your partner, man. You gotta have that line of communication. What gets their juices flowing? What makes them interested in this or that, or what hobby is theirs? What can you help them achieve? You know, it's so often that you see in a relationship, man, that you see the same couple going to the same spot, or you see the same couple doing what the guy wants to do, or see the same couple doing what the girl wants to do, or what have you. That's not a successful relationship, man. That's not a successful marriage. You got to take what both of y'all want at the end of the day and achieve goals together, achieve success together, man. You got to know, you got to communicate. That's the biggest thing, man. You have to communicate. You have to. Um, I see it a lot. I see it a lot to where I know a couple of my old friends, we would go out to the bar or whatever, which those days are long gone. Um, we go to the bar, man, and then, one of my buddies be like, hey, we're going over here, blah, 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 or we're going over here, like, and, I've always wondered that, like, why don't you ask your girl what she wants to do? Why don't you see where she wants to go, or go to the restaurant she wants to go to, man? And I brought it up to him before, but that's just the way that dude is, man. He's a good dude, he's a good dude, but the way he does things, man, I don't agree with. Um, but it is what it is at the end of the day. But that's probably why he always ends up single, right? That's why he ends up single, man. And he understands it too. That's the crazy thing. He understands it. It's sad, man. It's sad. Definitely sad. Definitely sad. Trust me, man. It's not easy. True. In my first marriage, I thought it was all about me. That's why we got a divorce. It should have been about us. Yeah, 100%. I agree with you, man. But see, it's good that you understand that, right? It's good that you recognize that. Because now you know how to approach it the next time, right? Um, Kara Azul, I appreciate you coming in here. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, and while I got people on here, man, I gotta say thank you, man. Thank you for the 500. Thank you for the 500 subscribers, man. Like I said before, I've never got on here to reach out to people. I never got on here to meet people. I never got on here to express things to others, man. Um, so everybody that comes in and follows, man, all I can say is thank you, man. That motivates me to put more shit out. That motivates me to help pass on the knowledge that I have, man. Um, so thank you for that, man. Thank you for that. It's not easy. It's not easy being married to a trucker. Um, unless both of you have a CDL and both of you are on the truck, but even then, you're around each other 24/7, man. I got a friend where him and his wife are team drivers, and it takes a while, man. It takes a while for you to settle in there, man, because they will get at each other's necks. They will get at each other's necks, and one of them will have to go and take a walk or cool down, like it. So even then, it's still communication, it's still honesty and stuff like that. Um, that that almost takes more work working with your spouse because that's actually how I met my wife, man, in the restaurant industry. That's how I met my wife, and we worked with each other every single day. And there was times to where we would just piss each other off. We would make each other mad, and you can't get away from that person, right? You have to constantly circle around it, and you see them, and every time you see them, you get pissed off. But you got to know how to balance that, man. You got to know how to balance, especially if you work with your spouse. You got to know how to balance it. Um, you know, spending time together is good, but spending too much time together can be a detriment to your relationship. 100%, 100%. Um, it's not easy, man. It's not easy being married to a trucker. It's not easy being away from the family. It when you're driving, man, all you have is you and your thoughts, right? You only have you and your thoughts. And I'm somebody, man. I talk to myself, right? As dumb as that sounds, I talk to myself, and you got to keep yourself entertained. A lot of us, we're driving 10, 12, 14 hours at a time. Uh, it helps if you both support each other's goals and work together to make each other better. 100%. I can agree with that 100%. Um, I used to do that a lot, man. I used to do that a lot to where I thought it was just about me, right? Or we would only do things that I wanted to do. And I stepped back one day and said, "Well, what do you want to do? Where do you want to go? What do you, like it?" And I never been one to I never been one to plan so far in the future, man. I live in the moment. I live in today. Of course, I have goals for the next year or next 2 years, but I've never been one to plan anything past that. Um, you know, we set when we bought this house, we set a goal that we wanted to buy a house in that year. Um, we had shitty credit, man. Shitty credit. I claimed bankruptcy years ago. Um, we got credit cards and just ran them the fuck up, and but we set a goal, man. We fixed our credit. Uh, we did what we had to do to achieve that goal together, right? It wasn't just me doing it. It wasn't just her doing it. We did it together. We got rid of basically everything. Any bill that we could get rid of, we would. Um, just to be able to buy a home, just so we could have a place that was called home, and not know, okay, we're renting this place. If the guy wants to sell it in 2 years, we're stuck back in the same thing. And now we're going to go and rent another house and find another place and come up with this amount of money and blah 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 blah. So we set that goal, man. We set that goal to fix our credit. We set that goal to achieve what we wanted to achieve, right? You got to think about each other's goals, man. I can agree with that 100%. 100%. The one thing I was reading, um, in the transportation industry, dispatchers, man, dispatchers also have a high divorce rate. Even though they get home more and stuff like that, but it's almost like they're constantly working. Some of those people can't turn that work off. Once they go home, they're still working, still looking for loads, or still dealing with drivers calling them, or so on and so forth. Um, Not necessarily with the bigger companies, because once you leave, man, somebody takes your spot. But definitely with smaller companies that Look, you manage 10, 12, 15 drivers, and that's you 100% of the time. That's you 24/7. Biggest thing is, man, you got to work together. You have to work together. You have to, like Next Gen said, you have to achieve each other's goals. You got to know what you want at the end of the day. You know, a lot of truckers, wives say they feel like single parents, and I can agree with that 100%. I'm sure they do. You know, especially a long haul guy. Um, More than likely, they are a single parent. You know, at the end of the day. You gotta know what the balance is. But like I said, you know, with the technology that we got, a father can still be a father with FaceTime and stuff like that. You just gotta know how to balance it out. You gotta know how to balance it out. You know, if your goal is to go local or go regional at some point, trust me, there's companies out there. Go ahead, dude. We don't have milk though. Um, if you want to be local or regional stuff like it, there's companies out there that will hire you with nearly no experience. So if that's what you want, don't don't what's the word I'm looking for? Don't not do it. I mean, go for it. Roll Less Travels. Hey, salute to you, homie. What's going on, brother? What the hell is going on, man? I appreciate you coming here. Another guy, man. Go check out Roll Less Travels, man. Good dude. You know, we ride night times and we're all broke, so we're all in the same space. You know what I mean? Like Next Gen said, this is my cardboard box. I painted this last night because I don't have a home, man. I live in a box. You know what I mean? I live in a box. You know, but you gotta know the balance, man. You gotta know the balance. If you want to go local or regional, and that's what you want to do it. Don't wait. Don't wait, man. Don't suffer. Don't make yourself suffer and go OTR and risk ruining your marriage. You know what I mean? That's a nice box. Yeah, I got the LT. I got the Home Depot box LT, right? Yeah, I got the home. Yeah, uh, LT is one of them. One of them tattoo truckers. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I like his ink, man. He's got a lot of dope ink. Um, but don't make yourself suffer, man. If you want to go local or regional, man, do it. You know what I mean? Yeah, a lot of companies do gotta say you gotta have experience in 2 years, but honestly, a lot of it does have to do with insurance. The company won't take you because of insurance purposes, but a lot of times it's the way you carry yourself. Okay, a lot of the time it's the way you carry yourself. Um, like I said with my company, they ask for 2 years experience, but I've been known to where they hire a guy with 15, 16 months. Because he carries himself in a good manner. He had a stable works history, and he can pass the DOT physical and a drug test. Um, you gotta know, man. You gotta don't make yourself suffer. Don't do it, because that could be a detriment to your marriage, man. You know, I got this balance, man, where we make it work. You know, a few years will help you with knowing how to stay calm in them streets. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, I agree with that. But I will say something. I started like when I started at Sophos. I started uh before I started working Monday through Friday or being gone Monday through Friday. When I started, I learned how to drive in the streets, man. I learned how to drive in downtown Kalamazoo and downtown Grand Rapids and downtown Muskegon. You know what I mean? I learned how to drive. I learned how to back up from going the wrong way. You know what I mean? I learned how to back from oh shit, I passed it. You know what I mean? Or I turned down a one-way street or what have you, or I was supposed to back in down a one-way street. I learned how to drive like that. You know what I mean? It's not for everybody. Don't get me wrong. Uh, Definitely, man. If you already started at a company, stay there, man, and get your experience. But you know what I mean? I'm just saying, don't make yourself suffer, man. If that's what you want at the end of the day, a lot of food service places will take you with no experience. It just depends on how you carry yourself. Yeah, local. You better be able to handle city streets. Depends on where you live. Yeah, 100%, 100%. I know that the school that I went to, they made us drive downtown Toledo. You know, not having any experience, nothing like that. They made us do it. And I was the lucky recipient when the guy said, "Yeah, turn down there and go across the bridge." Um, I learned, but I was never. I was always wanted to learn something new, man. I always want to learn something new. I always want to learn something. Challenge myself, you know. And so man, I was like, hey, let's get it. You know what I mean? Let turn down here, you know. And then once I got down there, I'm like, oh fuck, you know what I mean? You know, lanes that are way skinnier than the damn a truck. You know, yeah, it was wild. Did a few years local in New York City. Seen a lot of people quitting trucking for after. Yeah, 100%. I can see it. But you know what? As much as I hear people say, man, I want to go to New York City, man, I would go to New York City in a truck, man. I would, man, just to experience it. But that's me, man. That ain't for everybody. That's me though. You know what I mean? I will go out there, man. I will go out just to try it, you know, just to see if I can make it happen. Fuck, if I hit something, I hit something. It is what it is. You gotta know how to carry yourself, man. You gotta know how to carry yourself. You know, I see so many OTR guys get in and say New York City will make you or break you for sure. Hey man, like I said, I would love to try it. I would love to try it. If my company gave me a round and said, hey, it goes there, I don't ever say no, I ain't going there. I don't ever say, oh, I can't do it. I don't ever say, oh, I think I man, hey, I jump in the truck and I roll, man. You know what I mean? I jump in the truck and I roll. Roll, let's travel, man. I just gave you a wrench, man. Um, New York City not bad, just if you got a cool head. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's how a lot of cities are, man. Maybe not, you know, not as big as New York City and stuff like that, but enjoy that experience. You know what I mean? Enjoy that experience, man, because hell, you never know, man. You might be going through there once a week or twice a week, you know, like that. So enjoy the experience, man. And this, I've always told guys, man, you can't control what somebody else does. You can only control your truck, right? That's it. Don't worry about what the guy behind you is doing. Don't worry about the guy in front of you. The only thing you control is your truck. You know, you can't worry about what other people are doing around you. Yeah, you want to watch them. You want to make sure you ain't running into them or they ain't running into you, stuff like that. But you know, you can't control what actions they're gonna make. And everybody knows as truck drivers, man, we can make people do certain things without them even realize they're doing it, right? You just gotta know how to handle the situation. You gotta know how to handle the situation, man. I think you guys just seen every one of my kids except for the baby. Well, and the baby much more no more, but I would definitely like to try going down to New York City, man. I would love to try it, man. I would. I'm not saying send me out there tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I'm going out to New York on Monday, but I ain't going anywhere near there. I'm going to basically Buffalo, New York. Um, delivering to a McKesson up there. And my dispatcher asked me when I went in there yesterday. That was the first time. That was the first time I was in office all week. Um, my dispatcher asked me. He said, "Man, you don't mind doing that run, do you?" Like, nah, man, I don't care, you know. But you know, all it is driving, man. I get up to the first stop. I go right on my 30-minute. Boom, right on my 30-minute break. As soon as I unload the usually 6 pallets that I got, I jump right back in the truck and boom, down the road I go. I go from Buffalo. I go back to Newcastle, PA. Deliver what's left on the truck. Usually it's around 8 to 11, 12 pallets maybe. I jump, boom, right back in the truck, boom, down the road. About another hour and 40 minutes down the road to Rittman. I pull up in Morton Salt, drop that trailer, roll around to the back of Morton Salt, grab a trailer, roll back out to the front, drop that trailer, and then bobtail over to the hotel. So yeah, man, that day is kind of stressful because if you don't hit these times, boom, 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 you're not making it back over to that hotel. You know, you're not making it to that hotel. Um, so it's all driving. I mean, you are driving, and it's a grueling day, man. You don't really, if you don't have your shit ready to go at the beginning of the day, you're probably screwed. You know. Well, I want to say screwed, but you're not gonna make it to where you want to make it. You know, you're not gonna make it back to the hotel or that hotel because man, a lot of times the night people at Morton, it's either hard to get a hold of and stuff like that. But you know, what time do they close? What time do they open? So at least if I can get over there, drop my trailer, pick up the other trailer, and then drop it back in the drop lot, unhook from it, and bobtail over to the hotel. All I gotta do is wake up in the morning, drive 5 minutes over there, hook up to it, and then drive back home. I don't get to go home, but I get to go past my home. And then usually I do a real easy day Tuesday. So it's not bad, man. It's not bad. It works for us, man. It works for me and my wife, man. I will say that. Um, you know, a lot of times she will she wants me going longer on the road, right? She wants me to do more overnights because let's be honest, man, I'm not an easy guy to get along, or I'm not an easy guy to live with all the time, man. I'm not. I admit it. I admit it. You know what I mean? Um, I can be an asshole, man. You know, like I said, she has taught me a lot, man, dealing with anger management and stuff, man. Because I used to be one boom, I'll snap, you know, at the click of a finger, man, at the drop of a hat, man, I'll be the first one to go off. Um, and that goes along with you know a lot of it goes along with how I was brought up, man. And I admit it, you know what I'm saying? I admit it, man. Um, but she has taught me a lot of patience, man. My wife has taught me a lot of patience, how to deal with certain situations, how to stay cool headed. Um, cause I would snap on some dumb shit over nothing. You know what I mean? You know, for absolutely nothing, man. And you gotta know how to handle shit, man. You do. You gotta let your spouse help you with that. Um, you know, like I said, man, communication, doing the little things, man. The little things are what count. The little things are what counts, man. Um, you know, keeping that line of communication open, doing the little things, man, writing little notes here and there. That's what creates a successful marriage, man. That's what creates a successful marriage. Um, you know, having a strong husband or a strong wife. You know, if you guys aren't happy from the get go, if you guys can't support each other at the get go, it's not gonna work. You know what I mean? It's not gonna work. You know, you can't change anybody. You always hear that. Oh, well, I'm gonna change them. You can't change anybody. You know what I mean? People do something a certain way, and that's the way they're gonna do it. You know, um, you always hear, you know, no bias, but you always hear girls say that. Oh, well, I'm gonna change him. I'm gonna make him. No, you ain't. You ain't gonna change him, man. He's setting his ways, a certain way of doing things, and that's how it's gonna be. You know what I mean? I see that shit a lot. I see that shit a lot. Um, but man, like I said, you gotta have a strong woman, man, or you gotta have a strong man. Um, you know, whatever your preference is, that's not my business. Uh, but you gotta have a strong support system, man, to have a successful marriage, especially if you're a driver, man, especially if you're a trucker. It's not easy, man. It's not easy to be married to a trucker, man. It's not. Especially if both of y'all work, you don't talk as much because either you're driving or she's working or what have you, or the other way around. You know, but just send that message, man. Send a message. You know, I'm thinking about you. I love you. Blah 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 blah. It's the little things, man. It's the little things in life. Don't make it about you. It's not just about you, man. Make it about both of y'all. You know, um, you gotta enjoy life, man. You gotta enjoy life together. You gotta achieve each other's goals, man. You gotta know you gotta know what gets your partner excited. You know, you gotta know what gets your partner excited. Uh, being trustworthy, you know, don't lie, man. Little things become big things, just like Next Gen said. You know, little things become big things, and just put it out, just put it all out there, man. You know. Another thing I wanted to talk about which I watched the Next Gen's video. And you guys go follow Next Gen, man. That's a good dude. Real good dude. Solid kid. Just got married. Just got married. I gave him a wedding present. Y'all don't have to, but you know what I mean? I was playing. Good dude though, man. Good dude. His wife's a real nice lady. Real good woman. I commend them too, man. They'll be together a long time. I can tell just by the way they talk to each other, the way they treat each other. Good people, man. But in his video, he was talking about drivers taking care of themselves, right? I mean, Next Gen will tell you, he was a bigger dude when he got into trucking and stuff like that. He gained a little weight, here and there, and the lifestyle that he's been living lately is being healthy, man, taking care of himself. And he's trying to spread that knowledge to other guys. He's not telling you how to do it or what to do, but he's telling you, man, look at yourself. Be healthy, man. Look at different options that you have or different things you can do to keep yourself happy or keep yourself healthy. I guess happy too. He talked about seeing these guys out here on YouTube that are talking about cheating deals or how to cheat DOT physicals and stuff like that. Man, when you cheat a DOT physical, something like that, man, you're only cheating yourself. You know what I mean? You can only do that so long, man. Not to mention, we get these DOT physicals for a reason. We get these DOT physicals to keep us safe from us, right? Because let's be honest, man, I'm stubborn as hell. If I don't have to go to the doctor or I don't have to go to the hospital, I ain't going, right? I told a story a while ago, man. My dad is a carrier of MRSA, or a host, or however you call that. So it's prevalent in me. I had a big spot on my knee, man. We went to the hospital. I couldn't walk. I could not walk. We went to the hospital. They come in with like a box cutter, a needle this long. I said, what y'all gonna do with that? I said, oh, we need to put in your legs. No, you don't. I got up off the table, man. I walked out. You know what I mean? I got off the table and I walked. I said, no. My wife and she wasn't my wife at the time. She was still deciding if she wanted to be with me. You know what I'm saying? She was still deciding if she wanted to marry me or not. But at the time, man, my wife and my mom walked outside and said, you're going to die, man. You're dumb. You're going to die. You got to let them cut. You got to let them lance it and suck the shit out of the infection out of there. I said, fuck that. That needle was that long. I said, that damn thing will go all the way through my leg. Right? But see, I'm naive like that, right? They're not going to stick it straight through, right? Which that comes to my head. Look, that needle this damn long. You ain't putting it in my leg. Hell no. So, they finally talked me back going back in to get the shit taken care of, But it's just that, man. I'm stubborn as hell. I'm gonna admit it. I'm hard-headed. But we gotta take care of ourselves, man. We gotta take care of ourselves. I've been blessed to have high metabolism. I eat like a damn pig, man. I don't gain an ounce. And if I do, I lose it right away. But you gotta take care of yourself out here as a driver, man. Only cheating the system's only cheating yourself. Be healthy, man. Take a walk. You get to a shipper or you get to your 10-hour break, man. Take a walk, man. Little things. I carry dumbbells in my truck. If I'm driving down the road, it doesn't take me much to go like this. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't take me much to go like this with a damn dumbbell. Johnny Price talked about having resistant bands. Little things, man. Little things like that, man. A little bit to get your heart pumping, a little bit to get your blood flowing. Those things will keep you healthy at the end of the day. Yeah, eating McDonald's and eating Arby's and this and that, it's doing nothing good for you, right? It's doing nothing good for you. But you have to be the one to search out what lifestyle you want to live. You got to search out what exercises you want to do that's going to be beneficial to yourself. I got bit by a brown recluse. Me too, man. They lanced it and it exploded, man. I felt great when man, that's funny you say that. I got funny story about that. I got bit on the arm right here, right? I still got a big dot on my hand on it. I got bit by a recluse spider, brown recluse, when we were camping. And I woke up, I got out, I got out the tent, and I walked over and I sat down, and I'm like, man, I feel real lightheaded, right? Kind of feel like I'm gonna pass out, But I thought maybe, I just woke up, I was tired, stuff like that, man. I thought, you know, I'll go over here, sit down, get some food, and all of a sudden, I go like this, and I'm itching, like that, and I pull up my sleeve like this, and I have literally lines going up my arm all the way to my chest, right? All the way to my chest. And my dad was like, we gotta go to the hospital, like yeah. Or my uncle, one of them. I was real young. I don't really remember it. Or I mean, I remember it, but I don't. Um, so I had these lines going up toward my damn. At the time, I didn't know what it was, but what it was where the spider bit me. The infection was literally going up through my veins, and it was headed to my heart. The venom or whatever the infection or however you want to call it. But yeah, that's what they had to do. They lanced it, and then it exploded like that. But then they put like this suction cup thing on there, and they had to suck out the infection or the venom or what have you. But that was crazy. That was wild. That's why I don't like spiders. I don't do bugs now, man. Nope, won't do it. Will not do it. But yeah, I'll never forget that. I'm like, what the hell do I got these lines on my arm for? They're going all the way to my chest. But that's what it's doing. It's going through your bloodstream, going down to your heart. Like that shit was wild. But we gotta stay out. We gotta stay healthy, man. Out here as drivers, on my 30-minute breaks when I'm not falling asleep taking a nap. I'm not gonna lie to you. Uh, I'll get out and I'll walk around the truck stop 3-4 times, right? Just take 3-4 laps around the truck stop, man, to get your blood flowing. You get that little bit of sun in your face. It feels good, makes you feel good, wakes you up. Um, we gotta do that, man. When you're in the industry and you sit most of the time, you sit on your ass all day. We gotta stay healthy. We have to make a little bit more effort than everybody else to stay healthy. Um, a lot of it goes along with what you eat, what your lifestyle is. Back in the day, they told us what bread, cheese, stuff like that was all part of the food group. Well, we know nowadays that having too much of all that stuff will actually get you overweight, right? Um, so we got to, and these definitely don't help. I'm not saying that, but I can't help it, man. It's what I drink, man. That's what I drink. Okay, definitely not good for you. Definitely not good for you. But as truck drivers, man, we have to make that effort. We have to make that effort to be healthy, take care of ourselves. You gotta want to do it, right? You gotta want to do it. You gotta want to make. And I don't call it a diet. I don't call it this. I call it a lifestyle change, man. Because you can do a diet for so long, lose a bunch of weight, go back to how you was, and you're gonna gain all the weight right back. You have to make a conscious lifestyle change, man. Um, you guys go follow Next Gen. He's got pictures on his Instagram or on his YouTube, man. The dude looks good now. He looks healthy. You can tell he looks healthy. You know what I mean? Um, he used to be a real big dude. He has a side by side. He was a big dude. But then he shows this picture, man, and you can literally see a difference in his face, right? You can see a difference in his face. You can tell his face is slimmer. You can tell his face doesn't look as bloated. Um, so hey, big ups to him, man. You know what I'm saying? He made that conscious lifestyle change. He recognized he had a problem and he recognized that he needed to do something about it, man. That's what I love to see, man. I love seeing stuff like that. Like how I came up, man. You know what I mean? I grew up in the inner city, man. Like one out of 5 kids that was white. Um, you know, destined for nowhere, right? Destined for the system. And I came up, I rose above that. Yeah, I made a lot of mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes, I made a lot of dumb decisions. I made a lot of stuff that I probably shouldn't have done. But I rose above that, man. I made a conscious decision to go the legal route, man, make legal money. Yeah, I wasn't making as much, but I'll tell you what, it felt a hell of a lot better when I was making legal money to what I was doing, man, when I was hurting people and ruining families and ruining people. And you know what I mean? It made me genuinely feel better. It made me feel better as a person. You know what I mean? Um, So the things that I can give back now, when I see people going down that road, man, 100%, man. I would definitely love to see somebody go the right way and not make as much than to watch somebody go and get the easy dollar. You know what I mean? Same thing with with lifestyle changes, man. Or like some people say diets. You know, you can't just do it for a little bit. You have to make that lifestyle change. You have to change your life to that. That's how you have to live it. You know, and once you do that, man, you will achieve success. You will. You know, so I ain't got much more, man. Y'all go check out Next Gen, man. That's a good ass dude, real good, solid dude. Congratulations to him and his wife. Just getting married. You know, I hope they have a good honeymoon and stuff like that. Roll Less Travel, man. Y'all go check out Roll Less Travel. That's a real solid dude. Um, who else do we have in here? Bobby Kohler. Bobby Kohler's a good dude. Uh, Corey OTR. I'm not sure if you got a channel or not, but if you do, go check him out. Dirty Broke. Anthony Bressler. Everybody that came in here, man. Thanks, y'all. I appreciate y'all. And thank you for the 500. I'm gonna go ahead and jump off of here, man. And all I got to say is take care of yourself, man. Work on your marriage. Have communication. Do the little things in life. And we'll holler at y'all later. Peace.